Hey traders, Akil Stokes here, Forex trader and co-founder of Tier1Trading.com, and welcome back to another episode of the Trading Coach Podcast. Today, we're going to take a little trip in the time machine, and I want to take you back to a much younger, probably more handsomer me, a little bit more hair on the top, a little bit less grays in the beard, but to a presentation that I gave in 2015 called 5 Toxic Habits You Should Break Now for a Better Life. And I've been recently on the mission to create as much micro content as possible. For you guys that are content creators out there that plan on doing so, make sure you take notes. But micro content is essentially taking your full form content and splicing it up into little bits and pieces, right? Many of you guys may see this with commercials. There are many commercials on TV where they have like the really long version. Let's take a movie trailer, a really long movie trailer that they show in the movies where it's like 5 minutes long. And then there are little 30-second ads here on TV and a minute ad there on TV to kind of splice it up and hit you with different pieces. And I have over 700 videos on YouTube right now. My goal is to go through each and every one of them and really create a highlight reel, create 30-second, 1 minute, 2 minute blurbs of valuable content, and then just dish that out to you on a daily basis. And that's something I've been doing over the past year or so. And I am on a mission to get this done because I am always operating with a sense of urgency. A few episodes ago, and by a few I mean probably about 50 episodes ago, I interviewed a very successful trader named Stephen Burns. I remember him saying that he dedicated his 90s to learning how to trade. He doesn't know what movies came out. He doesn't know anything about Seinfeld or Friends, right? All of the shows that came out in the 90s, he doesn't really know about them because he was so focused on learning to trade and really securing and setting up his financial future. And I've been operating the same way. I kind of keep pushing my, it depends on how much energy I have. I kind of keep pushing my date back, but I'd like to dedicate really 10 or 20 years to doing so and then maybe just be done. So I don't know if that's going to be 40 years old. I don't know if that's going to be 50 years old, but I'm always working as aggressive as possible right now. That way I can set up really a well-oiled running machine for 5, 15 years down the road that is going to do the work for me. Very similar to, an entrepreneur, very similar to a business owner where you set up your business the right way. You don't actually have to come in and work. It's just running and you have to manage it. But in the process of doing this, I've been going back to some older videos and I found one that I did while I was working with the other company that I don't share too much about because I don't want to give them any promotion. But I do want to kind of share it with you guys here on the Trading Coach Podcast because I think it was some very valuable information. So check it out. I'll run the intro music, and then I hope you guys enjoy. I just read an interesting article called 5 Toxic Habits You Should Break Now for a Better Life. Many of you guys know I'm involved with the leadership program at a local university, and one of my good friends who does that program with me, Bob Vasil, he randomly shoots me these inspirational articles. And this one was pretty cool, and I related it a lot to my trading journey while going through it. So I want to share a few of them. We're not going to go over all 5, but if I do upload this to YouTube, I'll go ahead and put the link under that video. But one of the ones that caught my attention was number 2. It says, waiting for life to happen. We've taken the old saying, good things come to those who wait, a step or 10 too far. Being patient is important, no doubt, but at some point, patience becomes being lethargic and your life stops being your own. Find things you love and make them happen. Learn what you're passionate about and do those things. Have fun. When you're out living life, good things will happen. If you're sitting on the couch hoping, it's less likely that they will. And we talk a lot about that with you guys and just
taking action. You hear me say it all the time. You hear Charles say it all the time. You got to take action. And we say that because we've been through it. We've all been, as traders, through that stage where we're sitting back saying, okay, one day this is going to get better. One day I'm going to find that missing secret step that's going to take me to trading success. And that's just not true. And it goes for anything, not just trading. But if you want something, you've got to go out there and get it. You've got to make yourself better. You've got to take the right action. Good things just don't fall into people's laps. Good things happen to people who really, really work hard for them. And that's how they reap those benefits. So you can't sit back and wait for life to happen. You got to go out there and grab life and take it. Say, hey, this is what I want to do. This is what I'm passionate about. I'm going to find a way to make this work. I may fail 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times before it happens. But all it takes is that one time to succeed. You guys heard my story about when I was looking, I was managing money for Forex, and I was talking to potential client after client after client. No, I'm not doing any trading this week. I'll be looking around the higher time frames. I won't be doing any active trading. Our offices are going to be closed all week. But I was looking for potential clients, and I got shut down so many times, rejected. But all it took was that one person saying yes to really get that business going. So keep trying. If you're passionate about it, don't sit back and wait for life to happen. Go out there and grab life. Take it yourself. Another one is, let's see which one. I don't want to do all of them. Relying too much on others. Trying to go at it alone can be difficult, if not impossible. We need others. We depend on families, friends, coworkers, and even strangers on a daily basis. But it's easy to rely too much on others and lose a piece of ourselves. It's vital that you control your own destiny and you maintain a level of responsibility for your life. Take help when you need it, but understand that ultimately only you are responsible for your life and your decision. Now, for us in the trading world, this one's kind of easy, and let me know what you guys think. When I started trading, when I was going around telling everybody, hey, I learned about Forex. I started with stocks, but when I got into Forex, hey, I learned about Forex. I'm going to be a trader and do this and do that. Really, 9 out of 10 people I told laughed at me. Have you guys felt the same? Most of the people you tell, when you tell them you're starting on this trading journey, or maybe other entrepreneurs out there, you're starting on building a business, people kind of smirk at you and say, oh, that's nice. Yeah. A lot of people laughed at me, friends laughed at me, family laughed at me. No one really thought it was something doing. Yeah, and we're saying I don't even tell them anymore. Yeah, I got to the fact, I was at the point, guys, where I was embarrassed to say what I did. People were asking, hey, so what's this thing you're doing? I trade a little bit. I would curl up in this little ball. I was so embarrassed because every time I would tell someone, hey, guys, I'm going to become a professional trader. Isn't that gambling? And nobody really understands. And I think it's because, I think that's because of two reasons, guys. One reason is just 80% of people are settlers. We talked about this 80-20 curve before. 80% of people, if you can imagine this big circle, right? This is a comfort circle. This is where everything's comfortable. There's rainbows and unicorns. It's safe. There's no danger. You've got your nice paying job. It gives you just enough to pay the bills and take care of the kids, but not enough to go on that vacation overseas that you wanted. 80% of people are stuck in this circle. This is the comfort circle. 20% are on the outside. So think about it. If you tell someone that you're going after this goal, this dream of yours, you're doing something that is out of the norm, it's not comfortable, you're taking risk, most people, they can't relate to that. It doesn't make sense to them. They're so stuck in that comfort circle that anything, oh, why would you do that? But it takes getting out of that circle to reap the benefits. I mean, look at any entrepreneur out there. They took a chance. They didn't play it safe. They took risk. No risk, no reward. And that's the reason why many people don't understand, or they'll laugh at you when you go on to take that journey. Also, people just don't know what trading is. People don't know what trading is. You tell them Forex, foreign exchange, you trade currencies, you get the blank stare like, so you take money and trade money? I've had people ask me if If I go to a country, I told them I was trading the dollar Canada once, and they asked me, so you're flying over to Canada and you're buying Canadian dollars and you're flying back to the US and you're exchanging it? I'm like, well, kind of, without the flying part. So it's hard for us to rely a lot on others because a lot of, most of us don't understand. More reason for you guys to find support, find a mentor, find a coach, find someone that, even a trading friend. Maybe you met someone on the internet, or a lot of our live room members grow great relationships with each other. Maybe find someone that can relate to you just to talk just to talk trading about. It's a very stressful industry that we're in. Remember this, guys. And sometimes it helps just to talk to someone saying, hey guys, I had this rough loss today, just to get it off your chest, just to vent. The more you keep that inside, the more it's going to build up, and eventually explode. And if you're anything like me, it usually explodes in making a dumb move, losing a lot of money, and then realizing, or wondering, why am I still a break-even trader instead of a consistently profitable one? So, another thing with that, not relying too much on others, is even like myself. Yes, I'm a trading coach. I'm a trading mentor. I help thousands of traders across the world work on going through those 4 stages of trading and coming out on that unconscious competence side where they're going on autopilot. But at the end of the day, you can't rely solely on that coach. You've got to accept that only you will dictate how successful you are. It can't be me. I can teach you everything I know. I can give you all the tricks I know. I can tell you all of my experiences and help you avoid this obstacle and that mistake and give you whatever advice. But at the end of the day, if you're not going to take it seriously, if you're not going to, again, take action on what you're doing, you're not going to reap any of those benefits. I often get asked the question, hey, Akil, I know you teach a training course. So if I take your course, am I guaranteed to come out a consistently profitable trader? I'm like, no. Not at all. You are not guaranteed it at all. Out of I've been running the course for 3 years now, so hundreds and hundreds of people I've worked with. Yes, there are plenty of very, very, very successful traders. We have people working for prop firms, hedge funds, people that are just full-time by themselves, people that are going into trading education, tons of success stories. I'm pretty sure there are just as many stories of traders that fail. Maybe not just as many, but I know I often see a few traders that have gone through my course. I'll see them on social media. I'll see them on some of these trading forums or whatever, like TradingView. And I'm watching what they post. I'm watching what they see because I try to keep up to date with my clients. And I notice that they're doing the same mistakes they did before they entered the course. So you can be given all the information in the world, guys, but it's up to you on how you're going to use it and if you're going to use it in the right way and dedicate yourself to becoming a good trader. You've got to take action. Again, working with Jason, working with myself, working with Charles doesn't make you a good trader. At the end of the day, it's the person staring back at you in the mirror, which is going to determine, hey, whether you're going to have success or not. So let's go to our next one. Settling. That's the last one. I'm going to talk about settling. It says, at some point in everyone's life, they must make a decision and stick to it. These decisions come daily and can be as simple as what to have for breakfast and as challenging as to who to marry. On some level, everyone must compromise and understand their limitations. It's important to remain flexible and truly understand your limitations, but never settle. Whether it's a job, a relationship, or just a random decision, it's important to understand your options and choose one that you're happy with. Settling for a relationship because you don't want to be lonely at your job, settling for a relationship because you don't want to be lonely at your job that you hate because you need a paycheck is a toxic way to live your life. Be picky and understand you may have to compromise, but never settle. And that's a pretty good one because I do think I don't believe in settling at all. There should always be an urgency to get better. Even myself, each and every year around this time, I do some type of continued education because I don't want to get worse. I am extremely scared, guys. I'm extremely scared of getting worse and having that next person come and take my spot. It comes from a former athletic perspective where you're one injury away from being on the sideline. But I never settle at what I'm doing, guys. I always push forward, and I believe you should be doing the same thing. There's a philosophy I love to talk about called the Kaizen philosophy. It's Japanese for continuous improvement. So, Only thing that matters is that you're trying to get better. Even if it's by 0.00001% a day, guess what? You're more efficient. You're a little bit better than the day before. And as long as you're moving in that right direction, good things are going to happen. Now, compromise, that is also very important in trading as well, because we all have dreams of being this super mega trader. You're getting these 100 pip wins and you're making millions and millions of dollars with your system. You're winning 90% of the time. And the reality of that is it's nice when you're first learning about trading, but the reality of it is that's not going to happen. Most of you are not going to be 90% traders. For you guys watching live right now, what is your win percentage? What is it around? Are any of you guys 90, 80% traders on a regular basis? Exactly, no one. We got 40. I'm about 55, 60 max, and 45. For the longest time, there was a pride thing. I felt like I wasn't a good trader unless I was winning 90% of the time. And what I did was I kept trying to work my system to match that. And even better story, when I first started trading, I had a roommate, right? My best friend, he's the one that actually introduced me to Forex trading. His name was Andre. And we had dreams of dominating the trading world. I was going to be more harmonics and structure trader. He was a system developer, so he was good at developing systems. And he would lock himself in his room for, days and weeks developing these systems. And each time he'd randomly come out and knock on my door and be like, gee, I got it. This is it. And he'd be like, see this 60%. I'm like, dude, that's awesome. Let's start putting let's put some demo money in it. Let's put some live money in it. Let's start making some money. And I would come to him a week later like, hey, you ready to get the system rocked? He's like, no, I went back to the drawing board. And he would try to get that system from 60 to 65, from 65 to 70, from 70 to 75, from 75 to 80. And he never traded this system because he always wanted it to be better. He always wanted to be that 99% trader. And because of that, he wasted so many hours, so many years on a system that was profitable, all because of that pride. So at some point, you got to compromise. I understand, guys, I will never be an 80% trader. It's just not the way my style works. Would I like to be? Yes, I would prefer it that way, but I have compromised. I know that, hey, my system has a positive expectancy. I make a pretty darn good return each and every year, which is what's most important. But on the flip side, I'm going to deal with a low winning percentage. I'm going to have to deal with basically losing one trade for every winner. And the question is, do you let your pride get in the way and you try to be, or is it more prideful to have that super win percentage? Or is making money, making profit, what mattered the most? And to me, I said, hey, screw the win percentage. I just want that annual return. So you got to compromise. It's not always going to be the way you want it. Same thing with you guys trading systems or your trading strategies. For the members that come through my training course, we work a lot, We work a lot with matching your trading style to your personality because everyone's personality is different. Again, a very aggressive person is going to have trouble trading a very conservative strategy. It's just psychologically, it's going to be very, very hard for them to do it. On the other side, a person that is very conservative is going to have a lot of trouble trading a very aggressive strategy. So you want to match those two things up. And that's why we give out so many options. In the course, I teach them everything I know about trading. And then it's kind of matching them up saying, hey, this style may be better for you. This style may be better for you. You may want to take that approach, but this entry is maybe better. That's important. But also, again, it takes compromise because you may have a strategy that you love. I used to love the Fibonacci failure strategy. Absolutely loved it. My buddy Lax is trading it right now. He's making lots and lots of money, and he's never afraid to tell me about a nice win he has. And I love that system, but it didn't mesh with my personality, and I had to drop it. I can't trade it. And again, that's the compromise you have to make. It's not settling, but it's making that compromise. Like, hey, everything's not going to be perfect. I'm going to keep trying to get better Kaizen philosophy at what I'm doing, but at some point I have to know my limitations. So.